Hey everyone, my name is Charlie and today I want to talk about writing lyrics. Last Christmas I uploaded me singing in 12 separate videos which were all me a cappella doing lyrics, what I wrote myself. And I promptly made them private videos because one, I can't sing, and two, I hadn't written lyrics in a very long time. Years ago, when I first joined a writing forum, I got it into my head that to call myself a writer, I had to write absolutely every single form of literature that there was going. And yes, I included lyrics in that because lyrics are writing, they're basically just poetry to music. I mean, some of them aren't. Well, no, they all are. Some of them are just incredibly juvenile, and some of them are quite up there, out there, and no one can actually figure out what this person's saying, but it has a good melody. Then I did this whole thing on this writing forum of an A to Z of lyrics. I was writing lyrics every day, and someone told me to keep on writing and to keep writing lyrics because eventually I would get good. And then someone said to me, what you need to do is polish them and actually make them good and work on them, because although there are good sentiments in there, they all had this very unfinished quality. Now, I'm very much one of these people who I don't like to edit, I don't like to redraft, I don't like to rework things because I'm idle, I'm bone idle, I am lazy. It's just who I am. If I was an animal, I would be a slow loris. An often inebriated slow loris, but a slow loris nonetheless. I decided to take time. There was this kind of part of my life that I wanted to put into lyric form, and so I did. And eventually I decided, well, what I will do, because, you know, albums happen and blaming musical artists have albums, so I decided I'll write 12 songs about this event. And I did. It took me a very long time, which is probably not a good length of time to be dwelling on this flaming subject that I was dwelling upon. But what can I say? I was a teenager, I was incredibly angsty, and I thought I was amazing. I thought I was brilliant. Fucking hell. I'm still a narcissist. I'm just not that bad. I hope. I haven't written lyrics for probably over a year now, and I don't know whether I would ever go back to it. Also, in my head, writing has changed so much, because whereas years ago I was thinking to write everything, to absolutely encapsulate every single genre, subgenre of fiction and flaming writing. I wanted to write scripts and poetry and lyrics and non-fiction and reviews and essays, and I can't write essays to save my life, and I can't write non-fiction. Although I like non-fiction, I can't write it because outside of writing, I don't really have any interests. Literature is my biggest interest, and outside of that, it's either television or food. So, hi. This year, with the break from writing, I realised that if I want to write, I can just focus on writing fiction and focus on writing books. And although I have taken time out and written poetry, and I'll still get an idea for a poem every now and then, I don't actually think that I will ever release this collection of poetry and lyrics that I thought I would, because I don't understand poetry. And although I like to read it, I work with poets, and there are so many great poets out there whose work I like reading and enjoy reading. I could never be a poet because I just don't understand it. And I could probably learn more about poetry, and you would learn more by reading it, studying it, and doing all that fun stuff, and really looking at it from a different perspective. But I think I'm definitely stopping writing lyrics because I feel like I think everybody does that. I think everybody writes lyrics because everybody thinks that they are in some sort of turmoil in their teenage years that can only be expressed through lyrics. That one day they're going to be the next fucking Adele or Ed Sheeran or somebody of that ilk, and they think, oh, I'll write lyrics and someday I'm going to be brilliant, and then, yeah, it's not going to happen. And am I saying that I might have grown up slightly? I think that I am. I cut sugar out my tea, and I've stopped writing lyrics, and I guess that is me admitting that I might have grown up slightly, which I never thought would happen. I'm only 24. I imagined that I had at least another 50 years before I grew up. Although I really enjoyed the process of writing lyrics and I liked what I wrote, and I still think that I had some great writing there, I don't think that I will go back to writing lyrics, and I think that it's okay to change who we are as writers and switch up from one thing to another. I never thought that I'd release a book of comedic monologues, and I did that, and I always thought that I'd be a fantasy writer or a children's writer, and I haven't done either of those things yet. There's time for that yet. I can switch genres, I'm just not planning on switching forms. So yes, what do you write? Do you write lyrics? If you write lyrics, do you believe that you're going to continue writing lyrics for the rest of your life? Because honestly, I believe that everything I had to write about in lyrics, all that energy has been spent. There is nothing else of myself that I could put into lyrics, but there is a lot more that I want to put into fiction. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, that is all.